Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got the final game of this three-game series between the Cubs and Mets, the rubber match. And leading it off for the Chicago Cubs, the Mr. Cub himself, playing short, Banks. Batting second, playing second, Sandberg. Batting third, playing right field, Sosa. Batting fourth, playing center field, Dawson. Batting fifth, playing first base, Rizzo. Batting sixth, playing third base, Santo. Batting seventh, playing left field, is Durham. Batting eighth on the catching is Davis. And on the mound, batting ninth is Jenkins. And for the hometown New York Mets, we have leading off is Mazzelli. Batting second, playing short is Reyes. Batting third, playing first base is Hernandez. Batting fourth, playing right field Strawberry. Batting fifth, doing the catching is Hudley. Batting sixth, playing left field is Gilkey. Batting seventh, playing third base is Alfonso. Batting eighth, playing second base is Backman. And on the mound, batting ninth, Mr. Tom Terrific Seaver. And let's get down to the field and get this game started. And I'll lead it off here for the Cubbies. Ernie Banks batting 121 with 2 homers and 2 RBIs. Tom Seaver making his third appearance. He's 0-2 with a 7.84 ERA. And here's the pitch to Ernie. And he gets a hold of this one off of Tom Terrific. See where this one goes to. That ball is blasted. That ball is high. That ball is far. Ernie Banks starts this game off with a solo homer, folks, just like that. Before these Mets fans can even get in their seat, Banks gives the Cubs a 1-0 lead. And Lino comes up now with nobody on, nobody out in a 1-0 ball game, batting 286, 3 homers, and 5 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Alfonso. He fires over to Hernandez, and that'll be out number 1. And Sammy Sosa comes up. Sammy batting .395 with 10 homers and 19 RBIs. But look at that on-base percentage, folks. .594. And that's a swing and a miss. Tom strikes Sammy out for out number 2, his first strikeout of the game. And that brings up the Hawk, Andre Dawson, batting .193, 6 homers and 12 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Reyes. And nope, that's a swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts by Tom. But the solo homer by Ernie to start this game off gives the Cubs a 1-run lead. We get to the bottom of the first with Mazzelli, Reyes, and Hernandez due up. And Mazzelli is batting .200 on the year. He's got a homer and 4 RBIs. FERGIE Jenkins's third start of the year. He's 1-0 with a 3.86 ERA. Here's the pitch from FERGIE. And right away, Mazzelli gets a hold of this just like Ernie does. See where this one ends up at. And that ball is driven high. That ball is far. And lead off homer by Lee Mazzelli, his second of the year, and it's a tie ball game. These Mets fans get to take their breath yet. 1-1. Nobody out, nobody on for Reyes. Batting .288 with a homer and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a deep fly ball out the center field. The Hawk back near the track makes the catch. And there is 2 out. The ball's flying here today, folks. Brings up Keith Hernandez down 1 out. Nobody on, batting .250 with a homer and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a rare play, a 37-41. And that is going to be a ball. So FERGIE falls behind in the count. And here's the 1-0 pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. Sammy camps under it, makes the catch, and now there's 2 down. And Darryl Strawberry comes to the plate. The Straws batting 174, 2 homers, and 8 RBIs. And that's going to be a base hit. Strawberry's aboard here with a 2-out single. So Strawberry's down at first. Todd Henley comes to the plate. And let's see. And Todd is batting 111 with no homers and 2 RBIs. And that's a ground ball down the, might be a pop-up in the shallow center field. Let me check here. And nope, that's going to be a ground ball down the second. And Sandberg goes over to first for out number 3. But the solo homer by Lee Mazzelli makes it a 1-1 game. We go to the top of the second. Rizzo, Santone, and Dorm do up. Rizzo batting 152, 2 homers and 5 RBI. And that's a fly ball out the deep center field. Mazzelli's back, makes the catch. And there's one down. And Ron Santo comes to the plate, batting 185. He has a homer and 3 RBIs though. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Strawberry. 2 fly balls, 2 quick outs. And it's up to the bull. Dorm's up now, batting 273 with a homer and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be against the righty. 18, that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. Sorry, yeah, nope, that's not a fly ball out to center field. That'll be a 18. That's a ground ball down the short. Reyes has got it. Fires over the first, and that's a 1-2-3 second. To the bottom of the second we go. Gilkey due up, followed by Alfonso and Backman and Bernard. He is batting 222 with 1 homer and 4 RBIs. You see the team comparisons. The Cubbies 8-6. They've scored 81 runs, hit 34 homers, stolen 1 base, and been caught once. The Mets are 6-7, 42 runs on 12 homers, 9 stolen bases, and been caught twice. Here's the pitch from Bernard, and that's a swing and a miss. And that's Ferguson Jenkins' first strikeout of the game. 1 down here in the second. Now Alfonso comes up hitting 200, no homers, 2 RBI. And he gets a hold of this one now off of Ferguson. And that ball is belted into the gap in right field, and that's a 1-out double. The Mets got the go-ahead run down at second. And Wally World Backman's up now with 1 out runner at second. And Wally's batting 192 with a homer and no homers and no RBIs. That's going to be against the righty. That'll be a 12. And that's going to be a base hit in the center field. Dawson's got a hell of an arm out there. Let's see what happens here with the Hawk with 1 out. That'll be a... And they're going to send him here with 1 out. And the pitcher due up. And it'll be a 22, 44 or lower. And he's thrown out at the plate. Dawson guns him down. A 42 or lower, 43 comes up. Alfonso jumping up and down. Is not happy at that call at all. But he is out of there. And it's still a 1-1 game. Now you got Backman down at first. And 2 down. And Tom Seaver at the plate. Tom's batting 250 on the year with no homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be a 11. And Tom Terrific comes up with a single. Of course he does. It's a line drive in the left field. And of course he gets a single out the runner getting thrown out at the plate. Now you got first and second. And 2 down. And Lee Mazzelli, who started this game off for the Mets with a homer. He homered in the bottom of the first. Here's the pitch to Lee. And that's going to be a 15. And that's a single. And that's going to score the runner from second. The question is, will the runner get down to third? And he will. Tom Seaver gets down to third. That's a single in the left field. One runner scores. And the other runner gets down to third. All this coming with 2 outs. Dawson, after throwing the runner out at the plate, thought they was going to get out of this inning with nobody scoring, but Seaver and Mazzelli had other plans. Can Reyes keep it up? He's 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a pop-up down the first. Rizzo calls for it, makes the catch. But the RBI single by Mazzelli makes it a 2-1 ball game. So we go to the top of the third with the bottom of the order due up. Davis, Jenkins, and Banks, and Jody batting 154 with a homer and 4 RBI. That's a swing and a miss. Nope, that's a ground ball down the second. That'll be out number 1. And Fergie Jenkins comes to the plate. Batting 333. He says he don't need a stinking DH. He has a homer, folks, and 2 RBIs. And he swings and misses. Seaver doesn't let him get a hit like Jenkins did Tom. So now there's 2 outs, and we're back to the top of the order. And the only run of the game for the Cubbies and only hit was Ernie Banks' solo homer to start this game off. And that's a base on ball, so Banks gets down to first with 2 outs, and Ryan Sandberg coming to the plate. And Ryan's 0 for 1 today. That's going to be a ground ball down the short. Reyes fires over to first, and that'll end the inning. Cubbies strand 1 to the bottom of the third we go. Still 2-1 New York. Hernandez, Strawberry, and Hundley due up. Keith 0 for 1 today. That's going to be 0 for 2. That's an easy grounder down the Banks for out number 1. Darryl Strawberry up now. Strawberry singled his first time up, 1 for 1. And that's going to be a 9. That's going to be another base hit. That's going to be a base hit in the right field. And Sosa gets over, cuts it off, holds him to a single, but Darrell's down at first with 1 out. And Todd Henley's up. And Todd, he is 0 for 1 today, grounded out his first time up. And that's going to be a 10. And that's going to be a single in the right field. And let's see here. Now it'll probably get Strawberry down the third with his speed with 1 out. Yep, 66 is the only way they'll get him out here. And he gets in there. That's a single. And the right runner gets down the third. So now we've got first and third. They'll force the infield in. They can't afford to give up any more runs here. And Gelke is up. Bernard, he struck out his first time up. Fergie would like to see that again. And not this time, because that ball is high. That ball is far. Dawson turns around, watches that one leave the park. And Mets are busting the game open, folks. It is now a 5-1 lead. Fergie Jenkins is getting lit up here. Excuse me. Now I'll get the bullpen up. Alfonso's up. He's 1 for 1 today. He doubled his first time up. That's going to be a ground ball down the line. At third, fires over to Rizzo. There's 2 down. And Wally Backman's up. He singled and came around to score back in the second. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Jenkins strikes him out, but the 3-run homer makes it a 5-1 ball game. We go to the top of the 4th. It's going to be Sosa, Dawson, and Rizzo, the big boys, coming up. See the Mets. They leave New York to go to Cincinnati to take on the Reds for 3 games, and then they come back home to play Houston. Sammy 0 for 1, struck out his first time up. And that's going to be another swing and a miss. Tom Terrific's got Sammy's number here today. 1 down. Here comes the Hawk. Andre Dawson was a strikeout victim his first time up. And that's going to be a pop-up down the second. Backman calls for it near the mound for out number 2. And Rizzo comes up now. He's 0 for 1. Flew out to center his first time up. And that's going to be a double in the right field. Rizzo gets a hold of this. Gets the runner down at second. Ron Santo, can they start cutting into this 5-1 lead? Santo flew out the Strawberry his first time up. And not this time. That's a ground ball down to Reyes. And that'll end the inning. And Rizzo gets stranded at second. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's still a 5-1 ball game. Ron Santo will lead it off, followed by SEAVER will lead it off. Followed by Mazzelli and Reyes. And Tom, he singled his first time up. We don't need no stinking DH here, folks. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound, I believe. Down the first. 23 and a 5. Should be fielding column 1. And that's a nice play down there by Rizzo. Fields it cleanly, takes it to the bag, and there's 1 down. Lee Mazzelli, who is a perfect 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs. He had a solo homer and an RBI single his last time up. And he's going to get that'll be a 5, 10, and that's going to be another single in the left field. Lee Mazzelli's having a fine game here. And now Reyes is up with a runner down at first. And 1 out. He is 0 for 2. And that's going to be a ground ball, 45 and a 9. It should be fielding column 1. And it is. Nice play by Sandberg. The defense is bailing old Jenkins out. His only play will be the first, but a nice play to get to it and get an out. So now there's 2 outs. Runner down in scoring position for Hernandez. And Keith is 0 for 2. Not anymore, probably. That's going to be a single in the center field. Dawson's already thrown 1 out, but this is with 2 outs. Let's see here. And he'll probably score with no throw. Yep. So Lee's going to score the no throw. And that makes it a 6-1 lead. And Strawberry's up now with a runner down at first. And he's 2 for 2. He has 2 singles and came around to score his last time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, but the Mets add another one. And it is now a 6-1 ball game. As we go to the top of the 5th, you got Durham due up, followed by Davis and a pitch hitter for Jenkins. This Jenkins is only going to go 4 innings here. Durham is 0 for 1. He grounded out his first time up. That's going to be a 18. That's a single in the center field. So the Cubbies get the leadoff batter aboard. They got some work cut out for them. Can they start making some hay here against SEAVER? And Jody Davis is 0 for 1, grounded out his first time up. And that's a swing and a miss. Davis strikes out. Seaver's 5th strikeout of the game. I guess that'll be it for Jenkins. See who's going to come off the bench here. They need base runners. Can hit a 5-run homer. And Hickman's going to come off the bench. See if Jesse can get aboard here with 1 out. And Jesse is batting .333, has a homer and 1 RBI. 1 out, runner down at first. Here's the pitch to him. And that's going to be a ground ball down the backman. 21 and a 7. That will be fielding column 1. And that's going to be a double play ball, folks. That's going to be the old 4-6-3 double play as Hickman can't beat the throw. 4-6-3 double play ends the inning. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's a 6-1 Mets lead. And Lindy McDaniel is going to come out of the bullpen, try to eat up some innings here. See if he can keep the Cubs in this and see if they can work their way back into the game here. Where's Lindy? So he'll be facing Hudley, Gilkey, and Alfonso here in the 5th. And McDaniel, his 3rd appearance, no record with a 3 ERA. Here's the pitch to Todd, who's 1 for 2, singled and scored his last time up. That's going to be a fly ball out the dorm. That'll be out number 1. And Bernard Gilkey comes to the plate. He's 1 for 2 with a 3-run homer his last time up to make it a 5-1 ball game at the time. And that's a deep fly ball in the left field. Dorm's back, makes another nice play. 2 quick outs here, 2 fly balls, 2 outs. And Findsey comes up. Alfonso 1 for 2. He's doubled in the game. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. Sammy calls for it, makes the catch. And a 1-2-3 5th. To the top of the 6th we go with the top of the order due up. Banks, Sandberg, and Sosa. And Ernie is 1 for 1 with that solo homer. Walked his last time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the backman. And that'll be outnumbered 1. And that brings up Ryan Sandberg now. And Sandberg is 0 for 2 today. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes Sandberg out for out number 2. And Seaver's now up to 6 strikeouts. And Sammy Sosa, who's already struck out twice, trying to avoid the hat trick. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Mazzelli. Finally makes contact, but that's a 1-2-3. Top of the 6th, the side goes down in order, and we go to the bottom of the 6th in a 6-1 game. You got Backman, Seaver, and Mazzelli due up. Backman 1 for 2, struck out his last time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Sammy for out number 1. And Tom Terrific's up. He's 1 for 2 today. And that's going to be against the righty, a 12. And Tom Terrific hits that ball hard down the 3rd. Santo, nice dive and stop, fires over to first, and they get Tom. Nice play by Ron to take a hit away. Now Lee Mazzelli, who's perfect, 3 for 3 with a homer, 2 RBIs, and have scored twice. And that's going to be a -2. And he is 3 for 3. Lee Mazzelli, 4 for 4. Lee Mazzelli having a game of his life here with another single. And Lee's aboard here for the 4th time. 2 outs. Reyes up. And Jose is 0 for 3 today. That's going to be 15. And that's going to be a fly ball out the dorm and left. And that'll do it. They strand one, the Mets do, but they take a 6-1 lead into the top of the 7th with the big boys due up here, Dawson, Rizzo, and Santo. And Andre is 0 for 2 today. Can he get something started here? The Cubbies got some work to do and running out of outs. And that's going to be 21. That's a fly ball out the right field. Strawberry calls for it, makes the catch, 1 down. And Anthony Rizzo comes up. He's 1 for 2. He doubled his last time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Fonzie. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 7th. And Ron Santo comes up. He's 0 for 2. He's flown out and grounded out. You get a 2-out rally going, but Tom says, no, that's my 7th strikeout. Go set down. And we go to the 7th inning stretch. 5-run lead for the Mets. You got the 3, 4, 5 hitters due up here against McDaniel. Keith is 1 for 3. Had an RBI single his last time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Ernie. He fires over the first. And there's 1 down. And Darryl Strawberry, 2 for 3. Struck out his last time up. And that's going to be a base on ball. Strawberry gets down to first. And Todd Henley's up. They're going to do a little hit and run, trying to stay out of the double play here. Todd. That's going to be a +3 and 11. And that's a 33. And on a hit and run, it's a fly ball out in the shallow left field. Ron goes out and makes the catch. And Strawberry gets back. Now there's 2 outs. And Bernard Gilkey's up. And Bernard, he's 1 for 3 with a 3-run homer. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Sammy. Now to win the inning. They strand one. We go to the top of the 8th in a 6-1 game. You got Dorm due up, followed by Davis and McDaniel. Pitch hitter for Lindy. Leon Dorm's 1 for 2 today. Singled his last time up. And the baby Bull. The Bull just launches this one against Tom. Forget about that one. All Strawberry can do is turn around and watch it, and it's a 6-2 game. That brings up Jody. And Jody's 0 for 2. He was a strikeout victim his last time up. And that's going to be a ground ball. Nope, that's a swing and a miss. So Tom bounces back from the homer and strikes out Davis. That'll be it for McDaniel. And Don Elston will come out of the bullpen. I'll see who's going to come out of the dugout. And Sean Dunston's going to come out of the dugout here and try to get on base. Need base runners. Need some base runners. So Sean's batting 148 with a homer and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. A 1-out single. Cubbies trying to make some noise here in the 8th. They've already got 1 run in with Dorham's homer. Dunston's aboard here. Now you got Banks up. And Ernie is 1 for 2 with a homer and an RBI and came around to score and also walked. That's going to be a 2 balls and no strikes. Tom's having a little bit of control problem here. And that's just going to be a fly ball out the deep right field. Darryl goes back at the track, makes the catch, and there's 2 down. Ryan Sandberg comes up now. Sandberg's 0 for 3. He is grounded out twice and struck out. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Let's see here. Is it a swing and a miss? Nope, that's just going to be a fly out the right field. He does make contact. And that'll do it. They strand Dunston down at first, but Durham with the homer makes it a 6-2 ball game. Don Elston will come in and pitch here in the bottom of the 8th. He'll be facing the bottom third of this Mets batting order. Alfonso, Backman, and Seaver. Fonzie 1 for 3 with a double. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Don strikes him out. Don's 4th appearance, 0-1 with a 6.35 ERA. And Wally comes up now, 1 for 3 with nobody on and 1 out. And that's going to be against the righty. A fly ball out the left field. Dorm calls for it, makes the catch, 2 down. And Tom Seaver is pitching a fine game and having a good day at the plate. He's 1 for 3 today. Excuse me. And re-roll that after I knocked him all over the place. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Don strikes out Tom. Excuse me. And we go to the top of the 9th. Cubby's got a lot of work to do. Tom's going to try to go the distance here in a 6-2 game. Big boys are due up. Sosa, Dawson, and Rizzo. Sammy's 0 for 3 today. Against the righty. It'll be a fly ball out to Lee Mazzelli. Gave it a ride, but Lee's back at the track, makes the catch, and there's 1 down. As Legend Sports Universe joins us, check out his great channel. He's doing some basketball playoffs, the finals of the conferences, Eastern and Western Conference. Check it out. Andre Dawson's up now. He's 0 for 3. Can the Hawk get something going here? They got some work to do. That's just a ground ball down to Fonzie at third, over to Hernandez, and the Cubbies are down to their last out. It's up to Rizzo. Rizzo's 1 for 3 with a double in the game. And that's going to be another rounder to Fonzie. Takes his time, throws to first, and that's your ball game, folks. The Mets win this one easy. 6-2. In the rubber match here in New York. Look here at the box score. Alfonso in a Giants jersey is a criminal. The Mets, 6 runs on 12 hits and no errors. The Cubbies, 2 runs, 5 hits and no errors. Dorm, 2 for 3 with a homer. The Cubbies just didn't have many opportunities. 0 for 1 with runners in scoring position. Only left 3 men on base. Tom Terrific was just that terrific. Look at the Mets. Lee, 4 for 4. Strawberry, 2 for 4. Everybody but Reyes got a hit, including Tom Terrific. The Mets were 4 for 5 with runners in scoring position. Lee and Gilkey had homers. They still left 6 men on base. Jenkins 1-1 now. 4 innings, just didn't have it. 11 hits, 6 runs, struck out 3, 2 homers. McDaniel comes in, does the good job. 3 innings, 1 hit, 1 walk. And Don Elston, 1 inning, 2 strikeouts. And Tom Terrific gets his first win of the year. He's 1-2, goes 9 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, walked 1 and struck out 8. Did give up the 2 homers. That was it, though. 2 long balls is all it was. Let's take a look here at the standings and leaderboard in the National League. And with the win, the Mets are now just a game and a half back of the Braves. The Nationals 2.5 games back, Phillies 3, and the Marlins bringing up the rear with the gear with 4 games back. Yeah, it was a rough one for old Jenkins, wasn't it? Old Fergie had a rough day. And in the Central, the Brew Crew are a game up on the Cardinals and Pirates, and the Cubbies with the loss are now a game and a half back along with the Reds, and the Astros are 3 games back. And out west, the Giants are 2.5 games up on LA, Arizona and San Diego 3 back, and Colorado 4.5 games back. Ralph Gar's leading the National League with that .436 average. Bonds and Sammy still tied with 10 homers, and Sammy 19 RBIs to lead the National League. And Mr. Kyle Hendricks, is leading the National League with a .75 ERA. You got 4 pitchers with 3 wins, and Kent DeCalvey with his 5 saves. Oh, you're welcome, Legends. I appreciate you stopping by, buddy. And the MVP, Sammy Sosa, is leading in the MVP voting, and in the Cy Young, Juan Marichal is leading. The next game on the channel will be American League game. This is the final game of this 3-game series. Let's see who we got. I think it's Detroit. Let's see who we got coming up. Can't remember who Detroit's playing. Got Detroit taking on Texas. McLean against Bosman. See how many game series this is. Two games. 3 games. And it looks like it's just a 3-game series between Texas and Detroit. And it's McLean going up against Bosman. I want to thank Legend Sports Universe for joining us here today. If you're new to the channel, folks, hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell for reminders. Hit that like button. Till next time, y'all have a great day. And